So I've been doing ice baths for probably regularly, I'd say, probably like summertime, for the last 10 years. I've done them probably about 20 years. When I was rugby, I would use ice baths as a means to reduce inflammation from the knocks and bangs, the bruises, to get the bruising out, like applying an ice pack. So I've used ice baths for a long time, and if I'm ever in a spa, I always jump in the ice plunge. Trouble is though, I've never experienced what I've recently experienced, and that's that dopamine rush that I suppose is why ice baths have become a great treatment for mental health and depression of late, and hence the hype that's behind the ice bath revolution that we're seeing. I was in Iceland at the start of the month, and at the Sky Lagoon, nice thermal waters, so you're nice and warm, and there's an ice bath over there. So me being competitive, I had to jump in there, and me being competitive, I had to spend more time than anybody else that got in there. So I was in there for 20 minutes, and it really hit me, because I've never experienced this before. A euphoric experience of that dopamine rush that I got from it. It was a trip. I just felt so high, such a buzz from it. And again, I've just never experienced it from ice baths before. So when people have been asking me about what do you think of ice baths and all this, I'm like, great, I've been doing them for a long time. They're good for your aches and pains. Never did I catch on to the real benefits of your mental health, the happiness that you'll get from jumping in there. The benefits are endless, and I want you to go and research that. Jump on the internet and have a look at the benefits, such as improved sleep by providing that you jump in early in the day, because it's going to spike cortisol. You don't want cortisol to be high later on in the evening when you want to wind down. But providing that you have an ice bath early in the day, it really helps you sleep, because it connects your circadian rhythm and your hormones to wind down in the evenings. Improved heart, cardiovascular health has been, the studies have shown it's beneficial for. Obviously the aches and pains, reducing inflammation, and of course DOMS, muscle soreness. From post-workouts, ice baths are wonderful for. Your mental health, that rush of dopamine that I experienced was such a high, and since then I've never experienced that before when I've ever done an ice baths in the past. And I guess it was because I was just too tense, and jumping in there for a means to, like, as a challenge to get in, help the aches and pains, and that was it. Never really relaxing and focusing on the breath. And I think that's the key, because the moment that you just sit with it for 30 to 60 seconds and let that pain, that discomfort just dispense, and then you focus on the breath, I guess that's when the dopamine starts to rush and you get that feel good from it. Trouble is though, ice baths are very expensive. I guess with the trend of mental health, the supply and demand means that the price of an ice bath is going to set you back about 3-4k, which is ridiculous for 5 to 20 minutes of discomfort, albeit the buzz that you get from it. Now, if you've got the dough to go spend 3-4k and the space in your garden to go buy one of those expensive ice baths, and by all means do it. You're going to get a water system with that to keep the water clean. You're going to get the filtration system, and you're going to get a cooler in there to keep the water at the temperature that you want. And obviously in the warmer conditions, depending on the climate, that's going to be beneficial, because the water will obviously heat as the climate heats up. But you could always use ice. So I've got a much more affordable solution that I've been doing the last couple of years. So I'm going to share that with you. You can jump onto the internet and buy these plastic flimsy looking things, probably about 100 quid or something like that. And I wouldn't, because they just look like they're going to break, and they don't look all that good. There are more durable ones that you inflate, and them look all right actually. And the benefit of that is that they're portable. So I think that'd be a good option. But I think mine's a great option because it fits in with the garden as well. It doesn't stand out. So yeah, take a look. There we go, 5 minutes. Jobs are good, and feel good now. It's just that initial, don't even think about it, just dive in. First 30 to 60 seconds, horrendous. Every urge is just making you want to jump out, but once you've done it, you start to calm the breath. You get that dopamine rush, that euphoric buzz. I feel brilliant now. It's just that initial first minute. Just get in there, and then you'll feel good afterwards. Promise.